Fate Grand Order. I figured since they're about to debut the dub for this Anime Expo, and there remains about a week until FGO USA servers start, I'd talk about something I wanted to talk about for a bit, especially with the anime rumors floating about. So I'm gonna try to remain as spoiler-free as possible, just because this is more of an introduction, so here we go. The FGO First Order Special was made to basically celebrate the game at the end of the first story arc that begins with us, the protagonist, joining a mission to basically save the world's future. Now, in contrast to other Fate series, this one is also canon because Fate acknowledges many alternate universes that have alternate histories and so on and so forth. Specifically, FGO is a reboot of the original failed attempt of the Apocrypha MMO that got turned into a novel series, which is getting an anime adaptation for summer 2017. As such, it features a number of servants from various Fate-related works, and ones that were basically made for the game or introduced there first. The plot of the series specifically revolves around saving the world, or rather humanity, from dying out for one reason or another. For this reason, the Organization for the Preservation of the Common Sense of Man, Finis Chaldea, or just Chaldea, was made as a secret society, as anything mage-related must be kept secret in the Fate universe or else people just start getting assassinated. In an alternate telling of the Fifth Holy Grail War, the founder of Chaldea wins the war with the help of Castor, who is not the Castor those that have seen various anime are familiar with. It isn't even one from the special, but more on that in a moment. In terms of the special, though, it is basically an adaptation of the tutorial Singularity. A Singularity is an attempt to overwrite history with what basically is a reality marble. For everything to stick, that Singularity needs to be around long enough and will eventually replace and alter history, and as such, many things that did not, or more importantly should not have happened, will come to pass and overwrite the timeline. After introduction of important characters, the background of the Singularity therein comes to pass. It is another alternate version of the Fifth War. This time, OG Lancer was summoned as a caster, this being the theoretical role due to his supposed bloodline. And he is not the caster from this world's Fifth War anyway, like I mentioned before. They altered the Lancer in the game's version, Ben K, to be OG Rider, which I didn't have much of a problem with, as it kind of foreshadows something that'll happen later on, several Singularities down the line. And the Rider role was filled with an as-yet not in-game version of Darius III, whom we know is stronger as a servant when summoned as a Rider than the Berserker form we are familiar with in the game. All in all, this ups our new caster's prestige, as he claims he's already dealt with Rider and Assassin after the war went off the rails, forming an alliance with the protagonist. At this point, many things happen, but suffice it to say, it's a great watch. Not only is the animation amazing at times, but I love it when a phone game adapts its music for the anime version. If you're interested, I suggest checking out the special or trying the game when it comes out over here in the US, which should be the 25th, unless things happen. Servers, who knows. But be warned, the gacha can be cruel, however strategy can negate the higher rarity is always better cliche. If you're a fan of the prior Fate series, you'll get a kick out of it, especially if they do continue animating the story. As my god, some of the characters are real fun to watch. This has been Shiro, signing out. Later.